There's millions of kids out there and adults who are blind, who are deaf. This is for them.
Starting tonight for the Memphis Tigers, at guard, a 6'6" junior from Lynn, Massachusetts, number 5, Antonio Anderson.
I'm not the first and I won't be the last, and I want to be able to help inspire others.
Up ahead, Anderson. Chip's going to challenge. No. Anderson dunks it down with force. And a timeout, UCLA. Bruins had scored the first 5, but now they're down 5.
Had a hearing issue in his life. To losing his hearing off a firework and losing my career off a firework. Me personally winning Defensive Player of the Year in the league. Played the most minutes in school history. Played the most games in school history. Led the team in minutes every year. Led the team in assists every year. I'm the only person in Memphis history to have over 1,000 points, over 500 rebounds, and over 500 assists. I think about it sometimes like I used to be pretty good. That's what I sit back and say to myself. I flew to Philadelphia with the Sixers, Andre Iguodala, Evan Turner, all these guys, Lou Williams, and going hard, man. I'm like no other. My eyes fuck up. My eyes are triggering. And I remember, like I said, I go to my hotel room, I lay down, and I'm praying, like, man, come on. Just give me this. Like, get me through this training camp, like. And I just couldn't, my eyes wouldn't budge. I was diagnosed with an eye disease called uveitis, like a inflammatory disease. I probably had 5 or 6 eye surgeries. I had cataracts removed out of my eyes. I had my lenses removed from my eyes, or new lenses put on. That didn't help. And it just kept getting worse. During the 4th of July weekend, and they let out fireworks kind of behind our bench. And these M80s erupted while we were in a timeout. We went right to Mass Eye and Ear. They did some testing. I then go see a specialist. They look, tell me right away your eardrum's ruptured. I'm like, what the fuck? At that time, I still had some of the top teams in Europe offering me jobs. I just said it's not meant for me. You know, that shit hurt. It took almost a year and a half for me to come within myself to realize that I can't play basketball no more. I kind of isolated myself from everybody besides my immediate family. I wouldn't really go out. I was embarrassed because I felt like I was a woulda, coulda, shoulda. I felt like I didn't do enough. Like, why? You know, and that was the hardest shit ever. I had surgery on both sides of my ears. They insert, I had a cochlear implant, and they inserted magnetic chips in my brain, which allows me to hear. If I remove this piece off my head, I can't hear nothing. I'm completely deaf. If I play basketball without this, I can play without hearing. I can read lips. I know sign language. But if I get elbowed, if I get fouled and I fall out, my head hits the ground, which can happen at any play, taking a charge or anything, and those devices break in my brain, they have to now go in and find every piece that broke in my brain, in my skull, take it out, then redo the surgery. I don't want to live like that. I was kind of pissed at myself for a long time, until I finally came to mention myself and just like, man, you can do there's other ways you can impact people, have an impact, and be successful still without bouncing the ball, but with basketball being involved. And that's when I started coaching at the Lynn English, the high school here in Lynn, and using my experiences, my story, my way of coming up to now get these young kids to hopefully one day be better than I was, be in the record books of whatever institution they attend. But to be honest with you, the eyes and the ears, devastating.